Really?
Can you not do speakerphone?
A little arrow that goes up there.
I think they like the window.
Or over the shoulder. In fact, they go all the way down the arm sometimes.
This could be important for grandma too.
Way over here to the back. Now here's the deal. The heart doesn't actually have any real sense on it. It doesn't feel pain itself. It feels something's wrong, and then it crosses other nerves, the nerves of the heart, crosses in the spine. So it actually is confused. It can't tell that the pain's coming from the heart. It thinks it's the chin sometimes. So people have these weird pains up in here in the head, which they shouldn't have, or in the shoulder of the arm, because these nerves happen to meet the heart nerves in the spinal column. They cross each other, they short circuit out, and you get this crazy syndrome. Anxiety attacks don't do that, because the heart itself isn't really feeling the pain. That's the big difference between a heart attack and an anxiety attack. Okay, let's move on. That's the first clue, is whether it moves or not, or it's only over the heart.
Okay.
Next issue is, what does the pain feel like? So I want you, if you can, take this knife, do it carefully now, and stab that heart, like a psycho. Oh, no. Well, just stab it once. You really are. Maybe I'll take this knife away from you. Okay, so when you put the knife in, you were better than I was at it.
You want me to do it?
Down again. So when you put the knife in the heart, that feeling of sharp stabbing pain, that's more typically found in people who have anxiety attacks. Heart attacks are more like taking a brick or a cinder block and dumping it on your heart. You're going to feel a heavy weight in your chest squeezing you back. The heart's literally, because it's panicking, because there's no blood in it, squeezing down like this, whereas in a panic attack, it's you who's panicking, not your heart. So you get that sharp little pain, and won't move. It'll be right where I showed you that little mannequin earlier. So that's the second big difference. Coming over here. The third big clue is how fast the pain comes on. So I want you to dump this as fast as you can into that container. Fast as you can. Here. That's about the speed at which a panic attack pain will start.
Okay.
Whereas when you have chest pain from heart attack, it's a more delicate process, because the heart is slowly starting to realize what's going on. And so it takes minutes to come on. You won't feel it. It gets worse and worse and worse and worse and builds up, rather than what you just demonstrated, which is more typical with an anxiety attack. Okay, so there's one last clue. And the last clue is how long the pain lasts.
Okay.
So you mentioned that as your major clue when you were deciding whether it was an anxiety attack or a heart attack. How many minutes do you think is the right amount of time for it to be an anxiety attack?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. What do you think, audience? 5 minutes? 20 minutes? I gotta say, here's the big deal. The amount of time actually is about 15 minutes. If it lasts more than that, I get concerned. But less than 15 minutes, and if the pain diminishes pretty quickly in that period, that's much more of a sign of a panic attack. Whereas if it's a heart attack, you just close the blood vessel off to the heart. It's not going anywhere. So that crushing pain, that squeezing pain that we just demonstrated, that's moving all over your body, to your chin, your arm, everywhere, that's going to actually take at least 15 minutes to start getting better. That's why when we first start seeing people, we'll ask that question. So you said earlier you think that woman's having an anxiety attack.
Yes.
You still think you're right?
Yes.
All right. So let's go back to that same video we started with and see if she was indeed having an anxiety attack or a heart attack.
I have a pain right here in the middle of my chest. It feels like someone is stabbing me. It came all of a sudden out of nowhere. It started about 5 minutes ago. It still hurts. It's not as intense as it was before. It just feels like the knife they were using just got duller.
Lindsay, high five, you're right. You saved a life. Well, you go. If you're still unsure if you're having a heart attack or an anxiety attack, you can call 911. For more life-saving clues, go to DrOz.com. Be right back.